Hello my friend, in this video I'm going to completely explain DistroKid's pricing from their plans, discounts, and any hidden fees that might be there. So in total, there are 3 main plans that are available to you, and these plans are the Musician, Musician Plus, and Label plans. The very basic Musician plan starts at $19.99 USD. The Musician Plus plan starts at $35.99 USD, and then there are 5 categories of label plans that range from $79.99 USD all the way to $1,199.99. And before I break this down a little bit further, I also wanted to let you know that I have written an article on this topic, as you can see right here. It's the thing that I'm reading off of right now. So if you'd like to follow along, or if you simply prefer the written word format, you can simply Google Best Friends Club DistroKid pricing. So as I just mentioned, there are basically 3 different plans available to you with DistroKid. So let's break this down a little bit further so you can get a better idea of which plan is right for you. So each DistroKid plan includes the following features. This is what you get whether you're on the Musician plan, Musician Plus, or any of the label plans. So you get unlimited song and album uploads. You have the ability to upload to over 100 stores, which includes obviously Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes, as well as some extra things like Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, the social media side of things as well. You get to keep 100% of your earnings. You get the ability to instantly verify your Spotify profile, which gives you that blue verified checkmark and access to the Spotify for Artists dashboard, where you can see stats and pitch to the Spotify editors, and some extra things like the ability to upload to YouTube and turn your basic YouTube channel into an official artist channel. DistroKid's also adding a bunch of features all the time to this list, but these are the basics and some of the more important things really. In addition to this, DistroKid also has a few optional paid extras that you can do for each release. They're completely optional and I avoid them, to be honest, but some may see this as a hidden feature, so we'll definitely dive into this deeper a little bit later in the video. So now that we know what all of the plans have in common, let's dive into what the specific differences are between the 3 plans. So at the most basic level, the main difference between the DistroKid plans is that the Musician plan has unlimited song uploads for 1 artist, the Musician Plus plan gives you unlimited uploads for 2 artists, and the label plans give you unlimited uploads for 5 to 100 artists, depending on which label plan you select. However, another key difference is that the Plus and label plans allow you to customize your release in a bit more of a specific way, such as by setting a very specific release date. The basic Musician plan does not allow this feature, so you just submit the music, and once it gets delivered to the stores as soon as possible, it will show up. You can't say, I want it to specifically launch on December 31st or anything like that. And before we continue to dive into the comparisons between the different plans and how you can choose the right one, I wanted to let you know a couple of key things that you should know about each of these plans as well. So really quick, some extra things to note when comparing DistroKid's prices and plans for yourself is that you should know that all plans are priced in USD and that each plan needs to be paid annually for the subscription to stay active. If you don't continue to pay the annual subscription, your music is not guaranteed to stay online. So essentially the annual fee is used to allow you to have unlimited song uploads, but it also covers DistroKid's cost of keeping your music up on all of the platforms, because they do have to pay to maintain all that kind of stuff. So next, I'm gonna really break down the DistroKid Musician and Musician Plus plan. I think if you're just starting out and if you're just one artist and you're self-releasing music, I think the main comparison that you're gonna wanna make is between the DistroKid Musician plan and the Musician Plus plan. So I'll break down the differences a little bit more in detail and let you know which one I'm using and which one I recommend that you use as well. So again, the main difference between the 2 plans here is that the Musician plan has unlimited song uploads for 1 artist, while the Musician Plus plan gives you unlimited uploads for 2 artists and the ability to set a custom release date. So in my opinion, these are really the only plans that you'll want to consider as an individual artist, band, or musician, and the label plan is really just overkill unless you're doing a lot of collaborations, or you're an actual label, or if you have multiple artist names, or if you want to start helping out any of your friends put up music. But just between the Musician and the Musician Plus plan, I would honestly recommend the Musician Plus plan more, just because I think that the ability to set that custom release date is critically important to a successful music release strategy. The main reason for that is by being able to set a custom release date, it makes it a lot easier to promote the release. So whether you're running social media ads, you can schedule those to start on that specific date, or if you're scheduling any kind of social media posts, you can schedule those out to fly. It also makes it a lot easier to pitch to playlists or anything like that, or let any press or blogs know about it, because you can give them that custom release date and kind of plan everything around that date. Also, in my opinion, I kind of think it's annoying that DistroKid really pushes that $19.99 musician plan and that doesn't have the custom release plan. I love DistroKid. I'm all for them and I use them and I recommend them, but I definitely think that's kind of an annoying thing that they do, hiding the custom release date to the more upgraded tier plan. But with that said, I think that it's totally worth the extra money to have that feature. And with that said, right now I am on the Musician Plus plan, and I've actually used the unlimited song uploads in hand with the ability to set the custom release date to be able to drop new songs monthly, which has led me to get on over 7 editorial playlists and reach about 2 or 3 million streams right now. I'll have an image of where I'm at the current moment, and if you want a bigger, deeper dive into how I did that, I'm going to try to link the video that I did on the editorial playlists. And so, although the main thing that you get when you upgrade to either the Plus or Label plans compared to the Musician plan is the customized release date, you also get to do some things that I don't particularly care about, but you can customize your label name, you can customize your pre-order date, and you can customize the iTunes pricing. I don't know, that's useless to me, but good to know, I guess. So, in my opinion, yes, those are useless, but other than that release date feature, but at least you know, and if those are important to you, then it's another reason to upgrade to the Plus or the Label plan. So, to sum things up, I think that you should choose the basic DistroKid Musician plan if you don't need to set release dates for your releases. If you simply want to test the waters by releasing music as cheap as possible at first, which is totally a good thing to do, and if you just need to save that extra bit of cash. You gotta remember that this plan still allows for unlimited song uploads to all the most popular streaming services and all of the services that DistroKid provides. They don't cut you off because you're on the main plan. It's just that release date that's really the difference. You can always upgrade your plan at a later time, so there's really no pressure. However, I would choose the DistroKid Musicians Plus plan if you do want to set specific release dates, if you need to release music for 2 artists, or if you're releasing music under 2 different names, and if you need to do any of that customizing your label name or pre-order date or iTunes pricing, then obviously this is a good one for you. Main thing I would say is the release dates though. So before continuing to dive into discounts, free trials, and hidden fees, I wanted to quickly go over the label plan just in case it is interesting and useful for you. So whether you're an actual record label, you want to release music under multiple artist names, or you just want to be prepared for the future, one of DistroKid's label plans may be a better fit for you. The only difference between the label plans and the Musician Plus plans is the number of artists you can release music for. So under the label plan, there are 5 tiers available, and the only difference between these is the number of artists that you can release music with. So the number of artists ranges from 5 all the way up to 100. So at the lower end, there's a plan called Label 5, which is $79.99 USD, which gives you 5 artists, and it goes all the way up to the Label 100 plan, which is just about $1,200 USD, and that is 100 artists that you get access to. So I would choose this label plan if you are a label and have lots of artists, and or if you just simply release music under a lot of different artist names, or if you need to release music for other artists, or if you're doing collaborations, it might be useful to have the extra label plan. Essentially, when you're releasing music and if you need any of those extra artist slots, one of these label plans is probably right for you. So before diving into any hidden fees that DistroKid might have, I want to quickly go over any DistroKid discounts or if they have a free trial before diving into that. So to get DistroKid for the lowest possible price, you're definitely going to want to know about the DistroKid discount. Essentially, DistroKid has what they call VIP links, and what this is a link that you can click, and when you click that link, it brings you to a page where you automatically get 7% off on your first year. It's only off of your first year, you should definitely know that, but it's definitely worth knowing. You can find one of these DistroKid discount VIP links in my description below if you're signing up for the first time. And moving beyond that, you may wonder if DistroKid has a free trial. They in fact do not have a free trial, but when I did some research on this topic, I found a tweet from June 10th, 2014, where DistroKid replied to a comment where they said, "We no longer have free trials. People were using it to upload copyright infringing stuff." Everything else is accurate, which is replying to the comment probably. They used to have free trials, but they stopped. So right now, the best way to get started with DistroKid for the lowest possible price is with the discount, which again is linked in the description below. So lastly, to get a complete and full picture of how DistroKid pricing works, you're going to want to know about any hidden fees that they might have, or what they call optional extras. So DistroKid does not have any hidden fees and does not charge you extra to distribute your music. However, you should be aware of two main things when distributing your music with DistroKid. The first is that there may be standard bank fees, taxes, and or PayPal transfer fees that you may need to pay when you withdraw your money from DistroKid. Second is that any stores that take a cut of any sales, like iTunes, which I believe takes 15%, they're still going to take their cut before they send that money over to DistroKid, and then you can withdraw it. So it's important to note that in both of these situations, DistroKid is not the one charging you for anything. It's either the banks or the streaming service in particular. But with that said, DistroKid does have some optional features that you can choose to pay for or ignore. Some people online may call these hidden fees if they think that any of these are truly useful and they would like to have it as part of the main feature. That's why I think they're calling it that. To me, at least, I find them completely unessential. I completely ignore them every single release, and unless any of these are very useful to you, I would encourage you to do the same. Just keep your costs low. So what are these DistroKid extra features? So DistroKid offers you the opportunity to pay for some completely optional features or add-ons on a per release basis. I don't bother with any of these, as I mentioned, and I recommend you don't either, but on this article that I made, I've put together a beautiful table that shows you all of the DistroKid offers that they have. So I'll quickly go over them. One is called Shazam and iPhone Siri, which makes it easy to find your song using Shazam or Siri. This costs 99 cents per release. Quickly going into this, I would not use this one. What I've noticed is, especially if you can get your song to hit a decent amount of streams, Shazam and Siri will start picking it up anyways, which is what I've noticed for quite a few of my releases. So why even bother with the $1, to be honest? This one's kind of annoying. They have a feature called Store Maximizer, which will automatically add your music to new stores. It's $7.95 per release. Basically, this means that whenever they add something new to their stores, because there's new streaming services and online stores popping up all the time, and DistroKid is on top of making connections with these and allowing you to upload music to them as well. Basically, whenever they add a new one, then you wouldn't have to worry about re-uploading to them. It's kind of annoying, but you could also go in and fill out the release again and just only tick off the new stores to submit it manually and not have to worry about this. And then honestly, like, you want to get streams mostly from Spotify and Apple Music, and like that's basically it. But good to know that they have this feature if you think the $8 is worth it. Next, they have a feature called YouTube Money, which collects ad money from YouTube videos that are using your music. It costs $4.95 per release, and they take a 20% cut of any royalties that they collect for you from YouTube. This could be useful if you have any songs that are really popping off and are being used on YouTube a lot. Again, I ignore this. I don't really care. Next is a feature called Leave a Legacy, which allows your music to stay up if you stop paying the DistroKid subscription. This costs $29 per release. Again, I ignore this. I don't think it's useful, particularly because the annual fee to keep using DistroKid is so low anyways. I'm ignoring this for the time being, at least. And last is the cover song licensing, which allows you to safely and legally upload a cover song. It only costs $12. And I think it's per year per release, but it's kind of a good deal if you're uploading a cover song, and because for only $12 you don't have to chase down the right holder or any of that kind of stuff. So I don't do cover songs, but it's pretty cool that they have that. Finally, some things to note about these DistroKid album extras is that some of these need to be paid annually to keep the feature active. All prices are in USD, and these features can be added after you release your song by clicking on the song or album in DistroKid and scrolling down to add features. So you can always apply them later if you'd like to. And again, personally, I don't bother with any of these, and I would recommend you don't either. Cool, so one last thing that I want to talk about before ending this video is covering the idea of, does DistroKid take a percentage of any of the earnings that you make? So DistroKid does not take a percentage of the money you generate from your music streams and sales. DistroKid makes their money from the annual membership and subscription, and from any optional features that you would like to add on, and that's it. In my opinion, the fact that DistroKid does not take a percentage and allows you to upload unlimited songs and albums is a huge part of the reason why I think that they are the best music distributor. With that said, I think some people think that DistroKid might be taking away some of their earnings, and I have a couple theories on this. One is that there are Spotify stream royalty calculators that you can use online, so you can punch in the amount of streams that you've gotten and it'll give you a rough amount. This doesn't exactly work correctly because it's based off of just like a average royalty rate, and that royalty rate fluctuates every single month and also changes depending on where your music is streamed in the world and who is streaming it. So, for example, if your music's being streamed by a Spotify premium user in the United States, that royalty rate is going to be more on the high end of the range that they offer. But if your music is being streamed by, let's say, a free user in the Philippines, for example, Spotify gives a lower rate to streams that come from that area. So really that royalty rate is going to reflect so many different factors depending on where your music's being streamed. So that has a huge impact on how you actually get paid at the end of the day. And the other thing that I think that impacts this and makes people get a little bit upset is that you get paid in USD, and when you withdraw money from DistroKid, you may need to pay banking fees that maybe not everybody's expecting. And on top of that, there will be a currency conversion that happens. And sometimes when banks do currency conversions, they may take a bit of money for a foreign exchange transaction or something like that. So these are all little minor things that could impact the amount that you get when you withdraw the money. But with that said, there is no like DistroKid takes 5% or they're secretly taking any money. Just small things that could adjust how your money gets paid out when you withdraw the money. I've personally never really had a problem with myself with withdrawing money from DistroKid, so at least from my opinion, I think that they're fantastic with this. So with that said, hopefully you found this video useful and now you have a clear idea of how DistroKid's pricing works. Again, if you'd like to save on your first year with DistroKid, there is a link in the description below that you can do that with. If you did find this video useful, make sure that you like and subscribe and all that good stuff so that you can see more videos like this. Other than that, good luck on getting signed up with DistroKid, good luck on your next release, and I will see you in the next video, my friend. Have a good one.